Alrighty then, what's good, what's good, what's good? Appreciate the new subscriber, thank you. Why does he have that much on? Okay. Sorry. Shit. Now get him off my screen. What's good, Dan? Welcome to the stream. How we doing? Apologize for that. I appreciate the likes. Damn, we crushed that shit already. That's crazy. Wait, did I already do that? Oh shit, I did. Whoops. Whoopsies. I shared it twice. X. Oopsie. Okay. Likes, yes. The damn, now see. Oh shit, okay. Huh? Wait, why am I getting this? Oh man. Oh shit. Well, turn on subscriber only mode. Get that going. Alright, so I'm trying to, because I know I'm going to grind some Headshot Bros episodes. And I think I'm going to squeeze in your World Gone Mad, I think. But obviously I don't want to do it back to back, you know what I mean? I want to kind of spread it out. I want to kill this. I really do. I want to kill them. They're gonna die. Oh my god, bro, that song is stuck in my head so bad. It's not even funny. Wow, impressive. Ah! Yes, sir. We gotta grind, baby. We grind like never before. Like I stated, I want to get through a lot of episodes of Headshot Girls. You know what I mean? With the rest of this weekend. to really get out of the 40s, you know what I mean? So I can get in a better state with that, you know what I mean? I really want to, you know, because I'm just seeing some really interesting episodes, and it's intriguing. But it's also wanting to be up to date with it, you know what I mean? So that way then, if something happens, I'm right on point, you know what I mean? Plus that point. Right. Well, that's the other thing. See, and I'll be able to fit in more things easier if I'm caught up, you know what I mean? It makes it harder when I'm not, because then I gotta do twice as more to make up the difference, you know what I mean? Yeah. So, and that's kind of why I want to do quite a bit of episodes while I have that free time to do so. So, I gotta say, it's leaving me speechless. I ain't gonna cap. It really is. It really is. I did not. I really did not expect that to happen. I'm really blown away. I really did not expect that to happen. Wow. Yeah, that blew me away. Not gonna lie. Huh? I'm really shocked by that. I'm not gonna care. Huh? I really did not think they were gonna get together like that. That's crazy. It just happened so subtle. It's like, wow, okay. I mean, it took everything, and then that happened, and then it was, oh, well, that was easy. It's like, what? It's like, damn, okay. You know, like, I'm happy for it, 100%. It just blows me away. I guess I just didn't, I thought it was going to be more of an oof than that, you know what I mean? That's crazy. That's crazy. Might have higher ranking episodes going forward. I'll be honest with you. I see good potential in this. Because their cuteness of being happy and trying to do things to be good puts a big fat smile on my face. It's a big fat grin on my face. I'll tell you what, every time. And I like it. So, I hope it does work out. Higher ratings, nice. Yes. It's more enjoyable. Well, except Creed. Except her being a crying bitch. That part is but hopefully she can kind of get out of that state. And not be such a whiner about it. Now, obviously, Amy should go back to work. Obviously, you know what I mean. Like those kind of things, they're easily fixable. You know what I mean. I get it. She probably can't believe that she probably just can't get over the fact that he wants to be with her, and she can't believe it. And I can understand why that could be mind-blowing, where she just doesn't want to do nothing else but that, you know what I mean? Because she can't believe it. So I can understand that. I get it, you know what I mean? But relax. Calm your tits. And just continue doing what you're doing, and then do all the things, little things, and the cutie things, you know what I mean? In between, you know what I mean? Or as you go, you know what I mean? Don't make other people's lives more difficult because you're just doing that, you know what I mean? When you're supposed to be doing this, at the very least, you know what I mean? So, that kind of thing, right? But yeah, it's just mind blowing. It really is. But I don't know. It's looking up. I'll tell you what. It's looking up, and I am actually impressed. You might be getting me consistent 8s going forward, and that is impressive. I gotta say, that is impressive. I never thought that'd be consistent. Never watching the series. I never thought that'd be consistent. And here we are. We're testing those waters. So glad to hear. 8 out of 10 is more like it. Yeah, that's right. Damn straight. Hey, I'm all for it. I'm all about having a great episode. You know? Not that one episode. That was a 6 out of 10. That was I'll never watch that episode again. That really was sufferable, I'll tell you what. That really was. But yes, welcome. It's over. Welcome back. Sorry. On the high note with that, you know, it's hitting a high note for me. But we're back with continuation of Fly By Night, Season 1, Episode 3, The Rascals, and the Snakehead. I haven't really looked at that title because it's not showing the whole thing. So yeah, we were back with this. We got fire ass Dan reviews. Excited to continue this episode. Apologize, I'm a day late. For the last 3, I'll be on point. I do promise that I will be. I shoot to beat. Like I said, it's you know, it's kind of getting back in the swing of things. You know what I mean? And all that stuff. You know, and just getting back into that grind mode of fire content, of course. By the way, if you're curious, I'm rolling on 3 hours of sleep. So, if you're curious, damn, I should have done a headshot for this episode. You know, before that, you know what I mean. At least would have gotten something more out of it. But yeah, I'm grinding on 3 hours, man. So yeah, man. At least September 18th. Yeah. Also see people drop tomorrow. Ooh, September. Oh, 1B. Oh, September 1B. Okay. Late September. Ooh, okay, I see you. Alright. I see you. I appreciate the new sub, thank you. Wait, did we crush the... What did we get on that one? Well, there's a lot that I need to get to. Damn! Crap ass dirt on it. Great. I might finish up season 3 of Walking Dead TV series. Yeah. Yeah. I'll finish that up. So I might also do an extra substitute too, I don't know. I got squeezing Death Stranding. I'll also say that. Good idea. Well, it got 6 likes, so that I think that was the number. I think that was the number I asked for. It was either that or 5. One of the two. I said 5 or 6. Or more. Yeah, so crush that. Yeah. Run on 3 hours of sleep. That's crazy. I'm rolling. I'm going. I'm doing better than Red Fusion. He didn't have any sleep. He was when he did that Fortnite stream. And that, you know what I find more insane? That son of a bitch. I told you he was a fucking robot. That scrub. He freaking. He. Let's see. That was 2 days ago. So that was Thursday. No, it was Wednesday. Yeah, it was Wednesday into Thursday. He didn't get no sleep Wednesday. And he was up all the way up until he did this Fortnite stream. And then he did 11 hours and 6 minutes. Of, grinding a little bit of the original season, and then obviously staying up all night, sitting on the damn screen, look at the leagues, blah blah blah, whatever, and then playing the new season on no fucking sleep. What the hell? That's insane. I mean, you went for 11 hours. That's great. Well, you can tell I'm young, so that tells you something. But don't worry, your boy is getting some energy here. So don't mind me. We're gonna ride ourselves through 3 hours. I'd be lying if I said I hadn't done it myself. Yeah. Well, when you're used to staying up late, you know what I mean, and then you have to get up somewhat early, but yet you're wide awake. You know what I mean? It makes it a pain in the ass. So yeah, but I just thought that was crazy. So that scrub didn't have no goddamn sleep. That's crazy. Trying to. Oh, you know what? I could finish that content book when after the game. I do Headshot Bros first, and then book. Because again, I want to keep squeezing in the episodes as much as I'm able to. Let me get a Coke here, and we'll get rocking. We'll get rocking. Boxes. Stuff, guys. Yeah, baby. My God, Jesus Christ. What the? Biggest piece of dog shit ever. You know how it goes. get it. Insert. Yeah, so hit that like button. What like score at this point? I don't know, 7, I guess. I guess. Go for 7 likes. 7 or more. Or 6 or more, whatever. I was gonna say 5, but you guys already blew it out of the water. Tastes great. Sometime old shit. Yeah, I can finally finish that crap we call the book. Bro, I'm not even, I'll be honest with you, I'm not even at a 5. I'm below 5 with that book right now. I'll be real with you. I'm not giving you my exact rating, but I'm telling you, it's below 5, without a question. That shouldn't really be too shocking, but you know, for anybody kind of curious, to give you an idea, it's below 5 by a good amount. It's gotta be. Looks like shit. I don't know. I mean, I can get past that to a degree, but it's just everything else. It's like, it's so bad. It's so bad. All right, so we got Fly By Night. Hit that like button. We appreciate it. We crush 7 likes. That'd be awesome. Again, check out my man Dan. Shout out to my man Dan. Show my man some love. Link for his YouTube channel is in the description, as always. Of course, anytime we react to a series, especially, link below. The playlist for the episodes, you want to check them out your guys yourself. Link is also in the description. Check that out. As well as my playlist to this reaction series will also eventually be in the description too. So definitely check that out if you want to check out the other episodes. That link will be in the description. So check them all out. Would appreciate that. Leave likes. Subscribe. You know what I mean? Subscribe if you guys are new. You guys want more far content like this. You guys give a lot of support on these, and I do appreciate that truly. It means the world, truly. I mean, you don't even understand. It's great that I'm interacting with these type of shows that a creator like my man Dan is creating, and even Mega Man helping in some cases, and even Walker Dead. Here we're reacting to them, being entertained, this and that, giving a review, all this good stuff, and we're having a great time doing it. And we're just getting a lot of support in the process of it. It truly is an amazing thing for sure. To be honest, I did not expect it to blow up as much as it did. So with that, I'm grateful for it. So appreciate it. Thank you. Again, remember, all credit goes to Dan. Show him the love and support, as he's the one that's putting in his hard work of making this series. So I do want to. I just want to emphasize that because I feel like it doesn't get emphasized enough. It really does mean a lot. And these are good. I mean, truly, give it a chance. I'm not a guy to please easily, and I'm freaking digging this shit. It's good. I'm glad YouTube shows can be this fun to do. Oh yeah, definitely, 100%. So. I'm trying to think of what show I want to do next. I'm not 100% sure. I'm trying to think. I don't know. I do Walking Dead first? No. I mean, because some of these game continuations I'm going to continue on Sunday, so if anybody's curious, I know we got Death Stranding, Ratchet and Clank, those kind. I think I'm going to save those for Sunday. It'll be more of a gaming day, because I think Mr. Heisenberg's probably going to throw in a game. Maybe he might do a little bit of Fortnite, maybe. So there's that, of course. So I'm going to save those streams for that day, or that night, I should say. And I'll be squeezing in episodes of Hedgehog Bros in between. Obviously, I'll be doing some during the Monday as well. Not 100% sure what it's going to do, though. I think he'll do a Fortnite stream, I believe. Not 100% sure. Might do a reaction. Do it on to, well, maybe Hell's Kitchen. I don't know. Hell's Kitchen. I know we want to finish off season 3 of Hell's Kitchen, and then Dan's favorite show, or one of his favorite shows, Mr. Dexter. Start Dexter. Seasons 1, episode 1, 2, and 3. So, pretty far to jump into. Yes, sir. And I think that's gonna pop off. I think I can already see it now. That first stream is gonna blow up like crazy. I bet on it. I can bet on it. I think it's going to. I think you're gonna be. I think those views are. Boom. Oh shit! He's doing Dexter. Oh shit! Hit that like button. Subscribe. I think people are really gonna dig that shit. I'll tell you what. Because I got a lot of Breaking Bad fans. I've got a lot of Game of Thrones fans. You know what I mean? And that's why when you look at my reactions to those shows, they get pretty good views. You know what I mean? Because those are the consistent people that are probably into the show or that are digging the show, and they're definitely curious to see my reaction to continue watching it. And that definitely makes it more exciting for sure. But makes it more exciting. So, but yeah, I think that's gonna blow up. What do you think, Dan? Think it's gonna blow up? Out of your curiosity. Might even have to do a monster after this. I might need to really boost me. Might need to push my way through that. Push it through, baby, yeah. Yes, sir. Push my way through. Easily. Extra content does well for me too. Right. Yeah. I think that's a pretty good chance. Yeah. I think so. I think I'm gonna hit a lot of people. I'll be amazed if it don't. If it don't, I'll be like, damn. But then again, maybe it might be a slow. You know what I mean? As I continue, then it gets bigger. It could be one of those. Nope, you're not late at all, Walker Day. All good. We're about to start. Yes, sir. Yes. Now we kind of got enough. Conversate. Well, we started off with Hedgehog Pros, not the on that Son Amy coming back to life. Damn. Thought that shit was freaking way out of the blue, but nope. So W's. Um, eh, conversations grow a little. I know, right? Hey, I'm all good with that, Dan. I'm all good with that, man. It makes it more entertaining. It makes it more enjoyable. It makes it more fun. It makes the discussions more awesome. Because then I can finally catch up on these things, and then we can have more discussions. You know what I mean? And that's not just you and Mr. Bitches over there taking up all the damn spotlight. You know. Yeah. And I'm all good with that. You know what I mean? So let's see. This episode 132, I see that. What the second episode did. I'm gonna get 133, okay. It's about the same, actually. Alright, let's talk about the first episode. Assuming. Somewhere. Oh, there it is. Oh, okay. 246. All right, not bad. Okay. Not bad. Not bad at all, Mr. Dan. The numbers are growing. People are getting interested. Sweet up. Previous situation with Mr. Joffrey is why season 1 episode 3 is on Bible series is still underwhelming. Right? Yeah, Bob and I's doing so far glad to see. Yes, and I'm sure positive reviews on it too. That's a good thing. That's a good thing. Yeah, no, I'm sorry to hear about that Walker Dead. Like I said, that scrub. That fake king that he keeps calling himself. He's the biggest joke of them all. How dare he self? How dare he say he's the king? He ain't no king. He's a fake. The fake has been making content not as doable, and not as frequent, and not as many as wanted, you know, because the energy is not there to do it. Thanks to him burning us out. It's insanity. But we're finally, and I mean finally, getting back to some trueness. And hopefully, starting tonight, we can get back into that grind. That's what I'm shooting for. Got my Coke. Got my Monster. I got 3. And I got one that's a big boy. But I'm going to save that one for last. But I got my big boys. Your man's staying juiced. And we're driving through this. One way or another. And old Mr. Joffrey is going to ruin that. Otherwise, he's a dead man. He's going to become a zombie. And he will be a zombie. We'll send the Walking Dead. We'll send derelicts and zombies on Joffrey. And Joffrey will be no more. And that'll be the end of Joffrey. Once and for all. I was going to continue filming for season 1. A zombie Bible series earlier today, but unfortunately got sidetracked. Still angry. Oh, fucking win. God damn. I'm sorry to hear that. Well, hopefully you get a chance. Hopefully you get a chance. Sorry, not bad itch. Bad itch in a bad spot. And straight. Awesome grind. Yeah, we're trying to get into it. So what do you think I should do next before I jump into this? What do you think? Real quick here. I'll put the timestamp in the description to when I actually start, so that way then you can skip through all this craziness. I'll even put it in the chat. Well, maybe. Well, maybe not. I don't know. It'll be in the description. I'll say start episode here. So, I'm done with my. Get it over with. Ha! Well, now wait a minute here. I did not want to do it during the nighttime. I don't know. I mean, unless if you really want me to, I guess I can. However, that'd be hard to get through. I'm not gonna lie. If you get what I'm saying. If you get what I'm saying. Energy maybe do episodes for Hedgehog Rose. True. They put you to sleep. Maybe the Hedgehog game. Well, that's what I'm saying. I think that would put me to sleep. I'm not gonna lie. That would make it harder to stay awake. Then do Walking Dead, Work on Man. Okay, you're onto something. You know what? I'm liking where you're heading. Yeah. I'm liking where you're heading. Alright. Yeah. We'll do Walking Dead. Continuation. Season 3. We'll finish off Season 3 with the last 4 episodes. We'll see where that gets us, because I'm not sure where that's going to put us at. Then I'll do Hedgehog Rose. Excuse me. Then more about that. Liking that. Liking that. Yes, sir. Hey, that's a lot, but hey, I'm down. I'm down as well, brother. Let's get it. 3 hours of sleep, fuck it. Rock it. We've gone this far. We'll be Daryl Dixon. We go all the way. We don't stop the grind. We keep the grind going. We keep that work going.
The following program is rated 14 plus and is not intended for younger audiences. It includes violence, nudity, and mature subject matter. Please know the music in this project is not owned by SC Entertainment. The music belongs to its rightful owners and artists. Viewer discretion is advised.
Damn straight. And we going all the way. We're doing Daryl Dixon style. Rascals and the Snakehead. Let's get it. Yeah, so Walking Dead will be next. 2004, London, England. Hit that like button if you guys have.
We see a gun on a table. We see someone walks up to it and picks it up and puts it in their holster. We see them tying their shoes real tight as this person then throws on an agent jacket. We see it's a woman as her phone is ringing as she says, Casey, I said it was a one-time thing, okay? We don't need to drag this out, okay? I'm not looking for any kind of...
That's
Casey
funny.
says, it's not that. Gabby, have you seen the news? Gabby says, yeah, I saw. The riots are out of control. The stabbings, the city going completely upside down. Yeah, I've seen it. Casey says, yeah, and I think I have a lead on this one. Now, I have a theory on this, all right? And I could really use your opinion on this. Get here now, as soon as possible, all right? Gabby says, okay, I'm on the way.
New character. Yeah, I see you. Oh, nice video.
We see the fires and riots are still happening. As we see Casey putting his armor on, as we see a squad of officers behind him ready to move in, as we see Gabby pulls in with a few other officers, as Casey then says, glad you made it. We got a hostage inside, 3 armed. We see Casey, Gabby, and 7 other officers with guns. As we see Casey kick down a door, as we see a man holding an innocent woman hostage at gunpoint, as Casey says, put it down! Put the gun down! Gabby says, we won't ask again. The man stands there, but then the man pushes the woman towards them and says, I don't want to hurt nobody. I don't want to hurt anybody. Casey says, then what did you do this for? The riots, the people outside? Do you have anything to do with any of that? The man says, I'm supposed to be here. Deliver a message to you. Gabby then says, put your hands up and turn around. Casey says, wait, who sent you? The man looks at them with a scared look on his face and says, the cashier sent them the guns. As the man takes his gun and points it to his head, Gabby says, no, you don't want to do that. As the man blows his head off and ends his life. Casey, Gabby, and the other officers look terrified. As they stand there in shock, we see the blood sprayed on the wall.
Wow. That's a turn of events. Jesus. That's a way to start. Wow. Mr. Joffrey gonna end up like a passing. It's a zombie bombs. It's still a thing in 2004. Yeah, that's crazy. That's crazy. Wow.
They call the rising sun. It's been the road of many a war. My heart was taken. So I knew the deeds.
Lord. Yeah, Mega Man. Shout out to Mega Man. Rowdy. Mega Man will be added in Oregon Man. Back half of season 4. Will be the link in the description. I like this speedy music. Damn, very jumpy.
We see Marty, Dario, and Johnny with their guns pointed at Todd and the Rascals. As Todd says, the Borellos send their regards. Marty flicks his gun, but then Johnny shoots 2 of Todd's fingers off. Marty and Dario back up and fire towards the Rascals. Marty then says, everyone get back! The cashiers get behind their cars as Todd and his men fire towards them. Marty says, these boys are in communication with Carlos. What the fuck is going on? Johnny says, God damn, is everyone in this fucking town working for that bastard? As we see Marty and the others fire back.
Damn. Yeah, probably. That's great.
Back with Alyssa. We see the water on the floor as Alyssa says, shit, I can't drive for another year. They took my license away when I got arrested, for fuck's sakes. Caroline looks worried and Alyssa says, all right, it's okay. We're gonna have to just get a hold of Harold, okay? I'll call the station. She calls the station, but there's no answer. As she looks worried, and Caroline says, "There's no use. The phones haven't worked in months. We have no neighbors around here. Nobody to fucking help us." Alyssa says, "Okay, we're gonna have to stay calm here, okay? You're gonna be fine. I'm gonna grab some blankets. I'm gonna grab some pillows from the guest room." She goes and grabs everything. As Caroline looks scared, as they can't get a hold of Harold.
That can be concerning.
Back with Marty's group, we see Todd and his men firing at Marty and the others. As Todd says, "We hit them! We killed them all! Carlos told us if they don't listen, we put their heads on Vito's doorstep tonight." As we see the guy next to Todd get shot in the head, as we see Johnny with a smile, as he kills one of them, as Marty and the others fire at the
Yeah,
rest.
good job, done it.
Back with Harold, we see them looking at the two bodies that have been skinned alive. As we see Harold says, "We gotta find whoever did." A cop interrupts him and cuts him off and says, "Guys, you better come see this."
What are we doing? Well, damn. Damn. Talk about gruesome.
They walk
Oh,
into
God,
a restaurant
Jesus.
across the street as they search out
Ow.
back to find
That
two
is-
more dead bodies in the freezer room out back. As Harold looks horrified by seeing this.
That's
We
crazy.
see him talking to the store worker as he's asking him questions. "So you said your shift didn't start until 9, correct?" The man says, "Yes, I just got here." Harold says, "And when you showed up, they were just back there like that?" The man says, "Yes. Look, I didn't do this, alright, if that's what you were wondering." Harold says, "No, I know. I have a great feeling you didn't. But in order to be sure, are you perhaps the owner?" The man says, "No, but I can get a hold of them." Harold says, "Great. I need names, alright, of every employee that works here. You understand?" The man nods as Harold looks on edge, wondering who this could be, as he sees another spiral painted on the wall.
Johnny's a mess.
Back with
Yeah,
Alyssa.
that's right.
We see her getting blankets and pillows as she says, "Alright, it's gonna be okay, alright?
Have a good
I'm
one,
gonna
Walker.
get you through this, okay?" Caroline says, Okay. You know, for the record, Alyssa, I think I may have misjudged you,
With that light
and for that I'm sorry. You're not as bad as they say." Alyssa says, "Caroline, you have no idea. I've done horrible, horrible things. Some that are blocked out even if I tried to think about them. But one thing's for damn sure, okay? I'm helping you welcome your kid into this world. You understand?" Caroline says, Okay. I gotta push. As we see her starting to push.
Oh, God. Oh, Jesus.
Back with Marty. We see Marty, Dario, and Johnny firing back at Todd and the Rascals. As we see they are running low on bullets. As one of the Rascals then says, "We gotta push, sir. Carlos needs them rounded up by tonight." Todd says, "We'll get them. We're not leaving until we get what we came for." Out of nowhere, several of Todd's men get blown up. The rest
Damn.
of the Rascals get shot and killed, as Marty says.
Ha.
"Who did that?" As we then see Vito's car moving in, as we see a bunch of his men come out and open fire on the rest.
Damn.
Marty, Dario, and Johnny come out and help. As we then see the woman firing and killing some of them, as Vito then sees Todd hiding behind the truck, as he then says,
Holy shit.
"Todd, I'm really disappointed in you." Todd drops his gun and comes out with his hands up and says, I didn't have a choice. This woman came in with a bunch of men.
They said they worked for a guy named Paulie in the Borellos. They took my family, Vito. And unless I did what they wanted, they were gonna kill them all. I never wanted to betray your trust, I swear to God. But my family's life is on the line. And now that you came in and did this, I don't know if I'll ever see my family again.
Johnny says, "Nah, don't buy a word," he says. "Blow his brains out, will ya?" Vito says, "Wait, hang on. Is this true? They have them?" Todd says, "Yeah. And now I don't know if I'll ever get to see them again." Vito says, "Put your guns down. He's coming with us. We're gonna figure this out. And we're gonna figure out whatever Paulie wants. Let's go."
Huh. Wow. You don't save the day. Yeah, you did. Yeah.
Back with Harold, we see police tape all around. As we see him stop at a payphone, as he calls, as we hear his dad on the other end saying, "Son, I don't necessarily think this is a good time," Harold says, No, I know. But I had to talk to you. I had to make sure you were okay. I don't know if you've heard, but this spiral killer has been skinning people all over town. I had to make sure that you're okay. They're killing just anybody they see from the looks of it." The dad says, "Hey, don't you worry about me, all right? I'm fine." Harold says, "Are you sure?" The dad says, "Listen, son, I know it isn't fair what I've asked you to do, and I know that it hasn't been fair the life that you've had to live. But this is the way things are now, okay? And I need you to live on your own life, on your own terms, because that is the only way that we are going to be able to survive. I'm fine. I'm going to be fine. Be a good father for that kid, all right? For that little man that's going to be in the world soon enough. Lord knows you got it in you. I got to go." Harold says, "All right. I love you, Dad." The dad says, "I love you too, son." As he hangs up, as Harold looks on edge.
Yeah. Damn. Very powerful.
Downtown Nashville, we see a woman walking up to the same clothing store that Alyssa was in before. As we see, it's the woman that served her. She walks in and says, "Hi, Frank. I had something that was supposed to be delivered to me. Can you check your records?" The guy says, "Sure." She asks him, "Hey, you didn't happen to see that girl that came in a few nights ago, did you?" The guy says, "No, nothing. As far as I know, at least. Though she's right back with her father. Yet again." The woman looks pissed and says, "Well, just let me know if she comes in again. The Pirellos need her for something." She pays him off and says, "Good day, Frank."
Oh. Wow.
She gets into a car as a man in a suit opens it up for her, as she says, "Nice suit, Ted," as they drive away.
Huh. Very
On the
beautiful.
outskirts of Nashville, we see her pulling into a big mansion as she rings the doorbell. As we hear a voice saying, "Come in," we see a man sitting in a chair smoking a cigar as this woman says, "Still nothing on them, hun? I'm sorry. I'll do better next time. I tried to do as you asked." The man is revealed to be Carlos as
Wow.
he says, "Oh, Tanya.
Carlos
These
the
cashiers
Flash.
work for Paulie now. Vito is finally ours. And I'm glad to say that I think things are finally going our way." Tanya kisses him, confirming they're together, and says, "If I tell you something, will you promise not to get mad?" Carlos says, "Well, it all depends on what it is, I guess now, doesn't it?" Tanya says, "Tom and his Rascals, they had a bit of a previous deal with Vito and the cashiers, so I may have intervened just a little bit." Carlos looks upset and says, "Todd? Are you kidding me?" Tanya says, Yes, but it's alright. I told him we had to put an end to it, so I sent some of our best to go handle it. They're gonna take on Marty and some of the rest of the crew, and then, well, they're gonna learn to never cross us ever again. And Polly, for that matter. Carlos then grabs her by the throat and says, "Don't you make decisions for me. You are supposed to be home whenever the fuck I tell you, and make me a delicious dinner every night. That is all you are fucking good for." He sits her down as she looks scared and says, "I'm sorry. I understand. Rich men want it. Wise men know it. And the poor all need it." Carlos says, "That is right." Tanya says, "I'm sorry. I've been bad." Carlos says, "Damn right you've been bad. But there's always ways to fix that." Tanya says, "Look, I may have possibly used a certain leverage on Todd to get him to do this whole thing." Carlos says, "What did you do?" Tanya says, "There's something I want to show you."
Seems like she really is a bad girl. Carlos is a bastard, yeah, truly. I think that's an
We see
understatement.
them go downstairs to the cellar.
I think that's an
As we
understatement.
see a woman and her 2 kids are chained up together with gags on their mouths, as Tanya says. This is Todd's family. Now, in order for them to obviously be released, Todd will have to honor his end of the deal, okay? Now, I know that's difficult to understand, but that's the way things have to go. He was not going to do it otherwise, so I had to bring them here. Carlos looks shocked and says, "Oh, now why did I ever doubt you?" Tanya smiles as we see Todd's family being held hostage at Carlos' house.
Yeah, that's an understatement on that one.
Back with Alyssa. We see Caroline pushing as hard as she can. Alyssa says, come on, just a few more pushes." But then we see Caroline's hands are bleeding. Alyssa sees this and looks worried and says, "What's going on?" Caroline says, No. Alyssa says, What? What's going on?" Caroline says, "I know what it means. I know what it means for my baby. You're gonna have to cut me open." Alyssa says, No, I can't, Caroline, I can't." Caroline says, "You're gonna have to. And you're gonna have to do it soon because my baby will not survive. My baby has to survive." Alyssa starts breaking down and says, "Fuck. I'm so fucking sorry. I'm so sorry. I never wanted this." Caroline says, "Alyssa, stop. You're doing everything you can. Okay?" Alyssa says, I can't. I can't cut you open. I can't." Caroline holds her hand and says, "I know you're thinking this is all your fault, Alyssa. I know you think you owe me, but you have nothing to apologize for. This is what I want. My baby is the most important thing to me. And don't think just because of what you did, you're at fault. I can tell. And family is more important than the law." Alyssa says, "I just wish I didn't do this. This is all because of my decisions. If I would have done things differently, if I didn't kill that man, I would have been able to." Caroline looks at her in shock and says, "You said you were innocent." Alyssa says, "I am. But nobody fucking believed me." Caroline says, "Listen, whatever you did, whatever reason you did it, do you want this baby to survive?" Alyssa says, "It has to. It has to survive." Caroline says, "Then please, do this for me. You never asked for this. I never asked you for this. We have to do this." Alyssa starts crying as she says, "What do you want me to tell my brother?"
How am I supposed to cover this up? Caroline says. You tell him that he's going to be a better father than he thinks. Tell him that I love him. Tell him not to work too hard. That will catch up to him sooner or later. Caroline gives her a knife as Alyssa holds this knife as she gets PTSD from when she killed someone in the past. She remembers a bit of it as she then stands over Caroline with a knife, as Caroline says, I'm ready. As Alyssa then says, I'm sorry. She cuts her open as Caroline screams out in pain as we see Alyssa reach in to get the baby. As she reaches in and brings out a baby boy. But then, the baby isn't crying. Alyssa looks scared as she pats it on the back over and over again. And then, we hear a cry as Alyssa looks shocked and relieved as she stands there over a dead Caroline as she looks devastated.
What the fuck? Wow. I'm lost for words.
Back with Harold. We see it's after his shift. As he's on his way home, he then stops at his dad's shoe shop to then see it's gone completely dark, but the sign still says open. He knocks on the door. Dad, I saw the lights were out, but the sign still says open. You okay in there? Dad? Dad? Dad! He kicks the door down as he pulls out his gun as he sees blood on the floor. As he walks out back into the apartment, he then sees liquor has been spilled on the floor. As he sees a trail of blood, as he then stands there looking worried, as we see the shadow of a man as he says, nice to finally meet you, Mr. Casher. As this person knocks him out.
Damn. What the fuck? Holy shit.
We then see Alyssa washing her hands of blood. But as she's washing her hands, she then remembers. She remembers stabbing someone in the back of an alleyway. We then see her looking scared as she remembers being thrown out of a window. And as she stands there, she says,
I can't believe it. That's what I'm supposed to do.
she looks over to the baby on the table and says,
Now I know.
Back with Vito. We see Vito, Marty, Dario, Johnny, the woman, Todd, and the others driving back as Johnny says to the woman, You know, I think you're the first woman I've ever seen able to defend us boys out there on the battlefield. I gotta say, I'm impressed. Sorry, Don. I was wrong to doubt her. Yeah, she's more than just a pretty face after all. Vito says, Stella? Yeah, I pulled her from a bad relationship. Her and her boyfriend were in horrible debt to us. Although obviously she was unwillingly, is what her boyfriend did, so I saw someone that could handle herself better than even her boyfriend could. She begged me not to kill her, so I took a chance on her, and I'm glad I did. Not everything has to be exactly by the book. You're a good addition to us, Stella. Very good. Johnny says, well, amen to that. Marty says, Vito, you see that? Vito then looks ahead to see a bunch of men standing in the rain. They pull out their guns and fire at the car. Vito tries to turn right, but then they drive off into a hill as they then crash the car upside down.
Oh shit.
Vito opens his eyes to see as all of his people are getting ripped out of the crashed car by these men. Marty and the others are in bad shape as we see a few of the cashers are dead. We see these men take Vito and bring him out of the vehicle and put him on his knees. We see Marty, Dario, Johnny, Todd, Stella, and Vito being brought out in front of them. As Carlos walks out and says, "Vito, we gotta stop meeting like this. Now, I'm sorry for the ambush. I really didn't want things to go down that way. But unfortunately, our Don wanted to meet with you himself, so after we heard the crazy shenanigans you were getting up to, well, we thought it would be a better idea to do this face to face."
Ambush, yeah. You made it, Caroline.
We see a car pulling up. As they park, as we see two men get out and open the door for this guy, as we see the Don of the Pirellos walk out. As he walks up to Vito and says, "Hey Vito, you're here. Good." Vito says, "Paulie?" Paulie says, "You look surprised to see me. Don't worry. Soon enough, everyone will fucking understand." They take out two people with bags on their heads. As they put them with the others, we see it's Harold and his father. Vito says, "Harold?" Paulie says, "Harold? More like son to you." Vito says, How did you know?" Paulie says, "Oh, enough with the blabbering. You cashers were given orders that you did not follow, but it's okay. Now that we have everyone here, and your son is here, perhaps we should make this official." Vito says, What do you mean by official?" "Paulie! Paulie!" Paulie says, "We were good friends, Vito. Although I've come to learn with the scars on my face, even best friends can disappoint." He takes a piece of long wire and strangles Harold's father with it. As two men hold Harold back, as Paulie pulls and saws his head clean off, killing Harold's father. Harold screams out in anger as the blood sprays all over everyone's face.
Oh,
Everyone looks horrified as Paulie pulls a gun and says, "I'm sorry to have to continue business like this, but Vito, I'm going to ask you now to tell everybody the truth. You have 3 seconds or you go next." Vito says, "There's nothing to tell." Paulo says, "Really? Well, then let me tell you like this. You tell them who Vito Casher is, or I will kill Marty next and explain to the people who the Casher family really is."
What will be, will be.
Back with Alyssa, we see her getting cleaned up as we see her cleaning the knife off. But as we then see a spiral symbol carved on the handle of the knife.
Will I be pretty? Will I be rich? I tell them tenderly. It's
damn. Oh my Jesus Christ.
whatever will be, will be. The future's not ours to see. It's a what will
Wow.
be, it's a
I have to say that. Damn. Wow. That's crazy. I'm speechless. Really. Yeah, I'm speechless. Wow. Holy shit, you. I don't even know what to say. Oh my god. Ooh. I think I'm gonna need the monster. Wow. 10 out of 10. 10 out of 10. Yeah. God, you blew me away. Blew me away. Damn. Let you join me. Wow. Yeah, I don't even know what to say. I mean, the turns of events, the insanity of having to save the baby, but the wife had to die. I mean, I can't even imagine Harold freaking coming back home to that after his dad just got brutally killed. Bro, oh my, yo, I ain't gonna lie, man. He is gonna lose it. He is gonna go insane. I am telling you right now. Without a damn question, he's gonna lose himself. Completely, absolute insanity. Because 2 people in the same fucking night. What the, like, damn. Like I said, you left me speechless. Holy shit. That got dark in another way. And not a way I was expecting. I mean, it had. Really? That shit was crazy. Truly, that shit was crazy. That's. Wow. Hero's dad and wife were both dead. Poor guy. True Vito has to Santina. Guilty. Appreciate the 7 likes. Damn. Crush another one. Honestly, that's hard to say. That's hard to say. I mean, it's both each other's faults in their own way, I guess, depending on how you look at it, I think. Maybe more of the maybe more Carlos' fault than Harold's fault. That was can't. I don't think it does. Held that monster to wake me up. Yeah, because Paulie is clearly not a good guy. No, not at all. Not at all. Not at all. Damn. That shit's crazy, bro. Yeah, I give it a 10. I really think I have no issues with it. I'll be real with you. You had everything. You had some laughs. You had insanity. You had action. You had shootouts. You had deaths. Not expected. In two different forms. Shit was unexpected. Oh, we. Excuse me. You shocked me with the rating. Glad you're enjoying it. Yeah, I'm even shocked I gave it that rating. I mean, is there anybody else that gave it a 10? I don't even know. I mean, what about Rowdy? Did he give it? I don't know. I just did not have any issues with it. I really didn't. I mean, damn. Like, I didn't see any parts where I had issues with it. I mean, everything was just crazy in suspense and insane, but it had a purpose in some form or fashion where it was like, I didn't have an issue. Season 2 is looking possible. Yeah, man. Shit. Shit. This is just the beginning, man. I don't know how far extents he can go. Jesus. Yeah, he did. He did 2. He did? Well, I'll be damned. Huh. Shit. Mr. Ray's almost knocked that over. I'm gonna have to see what that monster does. I don't know what it's gonna do. If it doesn't give me that jolt, I might take a nap. I'm sitting here balling on 3 hours, and I think it's catching up to me. It's catching up to me. I don't think what's helping is that heat. I really don't think that helped. And I really don't think the fact that running around doing all these things on top of staying up late again is helping that. But yeah. Yeah. I give it a 10 out of 10. I love the build up to that crazy ending portion. He shoots, so does that mean somebody else died? Like, what the fuck? That's insanity. That's crazy. I hope not. I hope nobody else died. Jesus Christ. Oh man, that's gonna be insane. Wow. The part with Harold was really good. Part with Vito, very good. Both parts. So. Yeah, 1B is late September as I put in the teaser, so very soon. Oh yeah. 8 likes, damn. Appreciate it, thank you. Yeah, by the way, let's check that teaser out real quick.
Do you like role playing, Todd? Good.
I need everyone on this cake!
Oh, you didn't stand by. You may have something.
Are you telling me you don't see what's going on here? He is behind this.
Damn. Wow. You seem to utterly amaze me every time. Ah! God bless it. That is crazy. I'm blown away. That was a fire trailer. Yeah, I gotta truly see what that monster does to me. If it jolts me up, I'll do the Walking Dead one. If I'm still sleeping, or if I'm still like struggling, I'm gonna take a nap. And I'll just get up earlier and I'll try to do that. You know what I mean? But yeah. But regardless, we're gonna, even if that to move some things around, you know what I mean, make shit work. Even if that means I have to get up maybe a switch earlier on Monday, you know what I mean, it kind of, the monsters are determination. Yeah. Yeah, because that cold didn't do shit. I think it's because I'm just so used to it. It just didn't give me a strive that I needed. So, yeah. See, this is why I'm happy about doing the club boot. If I was doing that, man, I'd pass out right away. I pass out 5 pages in. I'll be like, good night, Irene. Well, either way, it was great getting your reaction. Glad it's enjoyable. Yes, man. Freaking awesome. I can't wait for the last 3 episodes. Well, let's try it, right? Let's see. Does the monster work? Like I said, I'll put it back in there if I need to. Not Clem, nah, that's your back. I mean, I see what you were saying, but see, that's why I'm not. That's why you don't see me doing it during the nighttime, because I'll be real with you. I'll probably just pass out. You know what I mean? At least during the daytime, I'm more awake. You know what I mean? And I can put myself through it. Even that's a little bit of a struggle. But, but damn, we crushed the likes goal like insanity. That's crazy. I appreciate the support, you guys. Check out Dan, like I stated. Link is in the description. So show him love, please. So, here we go. Zero Ultra. Good shit. 5 on it, kept you awake. Let's hope the Walking Dead can. Yeah, I would say after trying to review it and think of things, You saw that I was struggling there, but that's, you know, it's just using my brain to remember everything, you know what I mean, and all that. And then the Coke, not, again, good. And in some cases it can, but with very little sleep, I think that's why it's not really having much of an effect, is because of that, which makes sense. You need more things like this to make the difference. And I don't really do these very often. There's a reason why it's bad for you. But yeah, this shit's good. This shit's good. You know, if I get Monster, it's these kind of flavors. You know what I mean? 2 for $6 too. Not a bad deal. So, tomorrow's, let's chit chat. We get a scene from 104. Okay, hell yeah. Ooh, baby. Icy cold. Woo! Damn, baby. Wow, that zigged me up. Okay, we're good. Woo! Damn, I only took a sip. Yeah. We alive now. Yeah, baby. We alive. I tell you what. Oh, yes, sir. That Walking Dead will keep me going, too. That was a good first sip reaction. Oh. Bro, I tell you what, man, that shit just inspires you, baby. I mean, damn. Whatever the fuck they put in that shit, I tell you what. It's kind of like Red Bull. Red Bull gives you wings. This shit's great. Wow. I mean, instantly. It was instant. It didn't even get into my system. The first little sip. Boink. Oh, I'm awake. I'm awake. No, I tell you what, you know. And some people think they need to chug it and shit like, fuck out of here. Rays can fly now. Fly. I believe I can fly. I believe I can touch the sky. Fly by Rays is a real show. Yes, sir. Yeah, that gave me the energy, baby. Oh, man. To those people that it doesn't have an effect on, you are truly a different being. I'll tell you what, you are truly a different being. Like, seriously. Like, how the hell does that not do nothing to you? That is insanity. You know? Hey, look at that, 0 calories. Best part of all. It's 0. So, yeah, for real. Takes one sip and it's over a little. Yeah, right. Yeah, for real. Yes, sir. I had a feeling it was gonna spice me up. Okay, yeah, 10 out of 10, baby. So, hit that like button if you guys didn't join. Hit that subscribe when you guys are doing part of the Organs Army. And subscribe to Dan. Check out his playlist in the description as well. Check them out for yourselves. Don't forget to also check out my reaction playlist in the series. Eventually will be in the description. I don't have it yet, but I gotta make it. Social medias down below. Second channel, Twitch channel, Iceberg's channel, and become a member. Help support me, keep me doing what I'm doing, and you get extra content. Links are in the description for everything. We got Walking Dead Season 3. We got episode 13, 14, 15, and 16. Coming up. Rewatch, reaction, and chillax. And staying alive with my monster. So, we'll see how far we get. Walking Dead usually keeps me awake in general, just because I love the show that much. And when I get into it, it just keeps me awake by itself. And if I do good, then I'll do Headshot Bros. Should be awake for that. Of course, I know it's 43 minutes, 43. So that's where it could get a little iffy. So we will see. Well, man, I could push, like, I don't know, it's hard to say. But, nonetheless, we're going to squeeze it in there regardless, whether it be tonight or whether it be during the nighttime of Sunday night. So, regardless, we're squeezing it in one way or another. Stay tuned. Anyways, let's see you guys for the next one. We're waiting on episode 4, 5, and 6 of Fly By Night. The stories will be on point when they come out. And they'll be coming out late September. So, stay tuned for that. Anyways, we'll go on there, fun, whenever you do it. Absolutely 100%. Yes, that's been fucking fire as well. You've been nailing that shit out of the ballpark, too. You're getting 10 out of 10 left and right, goddamn. Jesus Christ. It's insanity with that one. It's crazy, brother. Crazy. Insanity. Anyways, I'll see you guys on the next one. Over. Sign out. Peace. Or sign out. Trust your safe. We're back to life.